Until 1962, Kuwait celebrated its National Day on June 19, the anniversary of its independence, but in 1963 it changed it to February 25 to avoid the hot weather of June. Kuwait has the world's fifth largest oil reserves. The national bird of Kuwait is the falcon. In 2006, Kuwait became the first country to introduce the sport of camel racing, with remote-controlled robot jockeys. Kuwait has won 2 Olympic medals, both bronze for Fahad Al-Dihani at trap shooting. One of the hottest countries in the world, especially between June to August. Rainfall averages 2 days in the year. Kuwait has several sandstorms every year. Al Hamra building in Kuwait is world 26th longest building. Kuwait has the second most free economy in the Middle East. It is the 4th richest country in the world in terms of per capita income.
Welcome to Kuwait. Come with us on an exciting journey through this unique country, steeped in history, driven by innovation, and made strong by tradition. One of the most advanced countries in the Arabian Peninsula, Kuwait is an exemplary model of a modern Arab democracy and a pioneer in business and trade. Let us show you Kuwait through our eyes. Kuwait's location at the head of the Arabian Gulf has played a profound and decisive role throughout its rich history. With influential neighbors on all sides, this small country has retained its unique cultural and political identity throughout the centuries. Emerging from the cradle of early civilization, Kuwait is one of the oldest regions inhabited by man. Archaeological evidence finds the oldest seafaring boats in the world to originate from this country, placing early Kuwaitis among the world's first seafarers and maritime traders. A spirit of adventure and innovation that lives on in the Kuwaiti people.
Kuwait was established well over 300 years ago, and there was 2 elements in society back then. There was the pearl divers and traders, and then there was the desert-dwelling Bedouin that would trade in livestock and spices and wolves.
Kuwait played a pivotal role along the major trade routes of the Old World. And it was in 1613 AD when a group of tribes settled in the area, realizing the importance and advantages of its location.
And it was in 1775 that the first ship of the East India Company dropped anchor in the Bay of Kuwait. And for the next 100 years, a lot of the East India Company trade went through the Gulf and through Kuwait.
Kuwait's democratic traditions placed the country far ahead of its time, and Sheikh Sabah bin Jaber was chosen as the first ruler of Kuwait through the time-honored tradition of consensus politics and open discussion, a fixture evident in the country's long-established electoral parliament and in traditions like the Diwaniyya.
I think Diwaniyya is really a pillar in our social fabric, and really it helped to connect people together. And you can hear news and events that you don't read them in the newspaper or you watch them on TV.
The Diwaniyya is something unique that all foreigners, when they come to Kuwait, they get a little bit surprised to see. We consider them like a small parliament. In Diwaniyya you can discuss everything.
From the remotest past to today's thriving present, beyond the deserts that unfold before the eye and the realms of the imagination, Kuwait has so much to offer. A modern, progressive, and fast-paced society that nevertheless remains fondly true to its roots and the traditions it was built on.
It is an open society. It's a society that believes in free speech that continues to be expressed. It's a society that is trying to build a thriving and sensible and workable democracy.
As one of the richest countries in the world, and thanks to Kuwait's economic development and diversification strategies, many industries are thriving, from basic consumer staples like flour and bread, to cutting-edge construction and engineering. Through the implementation of government stimulus measures, Kuwait's infrastructure expansion is believed to perform strongly in the upcoming years. The private sector and foreign investors are set to play a leading role in this implementation, which includes new roads, bridges, and government buildings. Kuwait's journey from a small trading outpost on the Gulf to a progressive, dynamic, modern state hasn't always been easy, but then growing up never is. Now, as this young state begins to mature, it's time to ask, what will life look like for the Kuwaiti children of today? Who will be the people and organizations that inspire them, help them fulfill their potential, and shape the values and environment of the country they will call home? Come with us as we explore Kuwait through youthful eyes, to reveal why the next chapter in this extraordinary story might just be the most ambitious and remarkable of them all.